Stay-at-home moms, let's talk. Why have I never heard any of you talk about how hard it can be to go from an independent single woman to a married stay-at-home mom with kids? And what I mean by independent single woman is literally when you were single, you were working a job or running a business. You didn't have any kids. I'll just speak for myself. For me, I met my husband when I was 19 years old. And throughout our 5 years of dating, he saw me work 2 jobs. He helped me transition from living with my sister to moving into my own place. So therefore, I was paying all of my own bills. He, watched me work overtime. Basically, I was super, super, super money motivated. I did not mind chasing that bag. And that was just me. I liked money. I liked having my own. And he literally witnessed that. Not to mention, we met in college and we were both pursuing business degrees. Hold on, let me wash my face. College didn't work out for neither of us. In deep conversation, I told him that my true passion was fashion. And guess what he did? He found me a fashion design school here locally in Arkansas, and I started pursuing fashion, and I graduated. He also pursued a trade of his choice, that being massage therapy. And when I met him, he was pursuing music. That dream never died, even to this day. I broke my fan, y'all, and I really need another one, but I do not dry my face with a towel. I let it air dry. Fast forward, now, because this was all while we were dating. Now, fast forward, we got married after 5 years of dating, and we got pregnant within the exact same year with twins. And keep in mind, we were both working full-time jobs. We moved in with one another during the engagement period. I worked till about 6 months in that pregnancy, but he ended up encouraging me to quit that job because it was way too stressful. 6.5 months, unexpectedly, I had my twins. So I had them extremely premature, and they had to spend 2.5 months in the hospital. During that time, I was on, of course, leave of absence. So I was still getting paid from my job, and he was still working a job. And he worked that job till about the twins came home, and about 2 months after they came home. And then he ended up quitting, and we both pursued entrepreneurship full time. We were introduced to a network marketing company before I got pregnant with the twins, and we were both building that company together. We had 2 individual accounts, but we were building together, and we were like this big power couple. Gotta set my timer for 10 minutes, but we still are. We're still with that company. We're still getting residual checks from the company that we built. We were doing business trips together, even with the twins, okay? We were traveling like crazy. It felt like every month, every other month. So y'all, it was up. Like, entrepreneurship, of course, comes with ups and downs. So yeah, we had plenty of struggle moments, but we also made really, really good income as entrepreneurs. So I'm going to rewind a little bit. Given my background, when you met me, how I was grinding, how we were grinding together, when I did have the twins and he was still working a job, now I'm fighting for time. I'm at home with these 2 babies full time. It was a lot of stress. It was a lot of work. And I'm still trying to build this business in between. And it was just a lot. But I wanted my own money. Now, even though it was all going into this same pot, we have individual checking accounts, we have a savings checking account together. Even though a lot of that business income was going into our joint account, I was still just so hungry for my own money. No offense to him. It was just what I was used to. Not to mention when you have parents who, my dad was so contradictory, right? He would teach us, me and my sisters, to be so independent, to not rely on a man, to get your own, work your job, get your degree, go get it. Independent woman, stand up. Yet my mom was a stay-at-home mom, depending on, oh, okay. Not to mention, whenever I did have any slight struggle, like one time I had a car problem, for example, and I hit you up, you say, don't you got a man? Wait a second, what? So naturally, you really have a struggle. Like there's really a power struggle there. You want to be the mom. You want to be there for your kids. You want to do all the things around the house, right? Because, you know, with the doctor, with the teacher, with the hairstylist, with the cook, with the everything, the milk maker, we're everything. But you still want money because you don't want to fully rely on your husband, not to mention how stressful that can be for him. So you might just want to contribute to the household, nothing personal. And I know it sounds crazy, especially for the woman who wants to be 100% supported by a man. You cannot fathom how me and so many other stay-at-home moms could hear the words, I'll take care of everything. You just take care of the kids and the household. And I'll even still help you with those things. But let me handle things financially. The fact that there's still like this something in the back of your mind that's like, thank you, but I still want my own. I want something to my name, whether it's to contribute, whether it's just to scratch that itch. It's not women who think like this. It's not that you're just trying to save up money, in case you want to bounce or something like that. That's not the case. Well, I can only speak for me. It's not the case for me, but it's just go back to when I was 19, grinding, 2 jobs, going to school. I think I was like 2021, own apartment, paying my own bills, paid off car. You know what? Like, just go back. Sometimes you just got to go back to how that person was in the very beginning, right? Not to mention in 2020, now we've always done things educationally with our twins, okay? Especially because with them being born so prematurely, we heard it all, y'all, that they may have learning disabilities, that they may have this or may have this. And we are really good at proving people wrong. And we did. We had them reading by the age of 1. I have video proof of that. And then we did have to get them in therapy for like physical therapy, speech therapy. We did the therapies. We did whatever was needed for them all the way up until about 4 years old. And then we had them in like this pediatric school. So I did get a little bit of time. We dropped them off. And what am I doing? Online grinding these businesses out so that we could get this money. They did, in 2020, they were in kindergarten, I believe. And y'all know the whole COVID, 2019, 2020, the whole COVID-19 thing hit. So they were only able to do school virtually. And then my ass had the revelation, well, I can do this. I'm going to be honest with you. I did always want to like homeschool my kids and kind of be 100% in control of their education. So in 2019, 2020, we decided that we wanted to homeschool after kindergarten was over. Now that is my full-time job. But I'm still like, oh, after this is over, I want to get my money. I want to get my money. I want to get my money. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. That's just how I feel. And we've been homeschooling ever since. The kids just completed 4th grade. They're going into the 5th grade. But last year, with the twins being 10 years old, I done had another baby. After finally developing some type of homeschool schedule and some type of schedule for me to run my business in between time, before cooking dinner, after, stay up late, that whole thing, I done had another baby. And I forgot that time struggle, that kind of power struggle that we had with the twins, how hard it was for me to just get that time. And now with my daughter, I'm going through the exact same thing. I want my money. I want my money. I want my money. I want my money. Help me out, y'all. Am I the only mom that feels this way? I could do a part 2. Am I the only mom that feels this way? How do you balance? What's the compromise? Let me know in the comments. And my timer is going off to wash my